You have probably heard the phrase gut health more times in the last 2 years than in your entire life before that. It is on supplement packaging, in skincare marketing, and all over wellness content. But what most people don't realize is that your gut might be influencing your skin more than your skincare routine. In today's episode of Nutri Digest, let's get into what the gut skin connection actually is, what it isn't, and what it means for you practically. Because when the gut is affected, the skin is often the first place it shows up. Your gut and your skin are in constant communication beyond just a wellness concept. This is a documented physiological pathway called the gut skin axis. Think of it as a biological conversation between your digestive system and your skin. So, here is a short version of how it works. Your gut lining is essentially a barrier. It decides what gets absorbed in the bloodstream and what stays out. Lining that gut is a community of trillions of microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, and others, collectively called the gut microbiome. When that microbiome is diverse and balanced, the gut lining stays intact, inflammation stays contained, and the immune system functions as it should. When the microbiome is disrupted through poor diet, chronic stress, repeated antibiotic use, or a consistently low fiber diet, the gut lining weakens. Your digestive system naturally produces some inflammation as a part of the normal process. That's fine. It's meant to stay there. But when the gut lining weakens, those inflammatory signal escapes into the bloodstream and starts affecting the rest of the body. And very often the skin becomes the visible messenger. The most well-documented connections are between gut dysbiosis, an imbalance in gut bacteria and inflammatory skin conditions. Acne, rosacea, eczema all show measurably different gut microbiome profile in affected patients compared to those without. That does not mean the gut causes the skin condition, but it does mean the two are linked often enough that treating the skin alone while ignoring what is happening in the gut is addressing only half the picture. Now, what actually disrupts the microbiome? Three things I see consistently in assessment. You will be surprised when you get to know them. The first is diet high in refined sugars and ultra processed food. Along with affecting your weight, these foods also create an imbalance in your gut bacteria. These feed the harmful bacteria in your gut and starve the good ones, the ones your gut lining needs to stay healthy. Good bacteria are starved, the gut lining weakens. And when that happens, your skin usually is the first place it shows. The second is chronic stress, which even to this day people think only affect the mind. Cortisol directly alters gut motility and microbiome composition. This is why so many people notice digestive changes during prolonged stressful periods. The gut brain axis is real, and the skin sits downstream of both. The third, and this one is particularly relevant for anyone who has been treated for acne, is repeated course of antibiotics, one of the most overlooked factors in long-term skin health. Antibiotics are necessary, but every course wipes out significant portions of your gut bacteria, including the ones that help regulate the inflammation. And without the right nutritional support afterwards, that balance does not always restore itself on its own. Many clients who have been on long-term antibiotics for acne come in with a gut microbiome that is working against the very skin condition it was meant to treat. So, how can we fix this? I want to be straightforward here because there is a lot of misinformation in this space. What actually helps you and has scientific evidence of working is far simpler and already in your kitchen. Diverse dietary fiber, because every plant group feeds different good bacteria in the gut. The more variety on your plate, the healthier and more diverse your gut microbiome tends to be. It is one of the most well supported findings in gut health research, and it costs nothing beyond being a little more intentional about what you eat. Along with that, reducing the ultra processed food makes a real difference. A single ingredient in it is catastrophic, but if you make it a regular in your diet, it affects the gut. And stress, especially chronic ongoing stress, is something most people don't associate with gut or skin health, but it should be. Managing your stress load, which your gut and the skin are constantly responding to, is one of the most underrated things you can do for both. So, if there is one thing to remember from this episode, the gut skin connection is real. The science behind it is growing rapidly, but it is not as simple or as sellable as you hear from the many influencers on the internet. So, if you have a skin condition that is not responding the way it should be to your treatment, and nobody has looked at what is happening in your gut or your diet, that is a conversation worth having. Because the answer may not be on your skin at all, but it may be coming from much deeper inside the body. If you want to understand what your own gut skin picture looks like, book a consultation with us.